Happy Monday, guys, and welcome back to Mommy Monday Motivation. I am your host. I am Nisha, and welcome back. If you guys are returning, thank you so much for stopping by. And if you guys are new here, like I said, my name is Nisha, and I am a mommy of two. I have a almost 4-year-old boy named Tamir. He'll be 4 in September. And then I have a 5-month-old, Tasai. He just turned 5 months on the 29th. So here on my channel, I do motherhood and lifestyle videos. And every Monday, I have a mommy motivation. So if you ever hear like babies in the background, those are mine. So on today's video, we are going to be talking about breastfeeding and how to stay motivated while breastfeeding. If you guys didn't know, this week is World Breastfeeding Week, which is every first week of August. Basically, it's a celebration of breastfeeding mommies all around the world. So older mommies, younger mommies, black mommies, white mommies, anything in between, anything else. It's like a big organization as well as hashtags. So you guys, I'll leave it on the screen. And if you just hashtag World Breastfeeding Week, you'll see so many different inspirations of different women, of our challenges, our success of breastfeeding. So with that being said, I wanted to incorporate that in this week's Mommy Monday because 1, it's the first week of August. It's a new month. And 2, I'm a breastfeeding mommy. I breastfed my first for 22 months. My goal originally was like a year, and then it just kept going. And I was like, okay, my next goal is 2 years. And I'll tell you guys a little bit more about my journey with that. And I am currently breastfeeding my 5-month-old. So we are still on our journey of breastfeeding. So yeah, let's go ahead and dive in. If you guys are excited, make sure that you guys subscribe to my channel. If you guys haven't already, turn on that little bell so you don't miss when I upload. The goal is to upload each video on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays before 12 noon Pacific Standard Time. It may be before, but the goal is 12 o'clock. So yeah, so let's get started. So breastfeeding, how do I say this? I personally feel like feed is best. You don't want to starve your child at any point. However, if you can breastfeed and you have a good supply, a consistent supply, or willing to put in the work to get the best supply, then I definitely will highly recommend breastfeeding. There's so many benefits. I'll just touch on like 3 big ones for me. The big benefits, 1 is for mommy, it lowers the chances of cervical cancer. It helps with your hormones. You give baby antibodies. So basically, like, say for instance, I've had like a cold before. It helps prevent baby from getting a cold. And then also, like, the milk is so amazing that if baby is sick, your milk will change and adjust to what baby needs based upon the saliva of the baby going back into your body. Your body naturally does these amazing things that it's just so crazy. And then also breastfeeding, it gives you that close bond with your baby. I don't know how formula feeding feels because I've never done it, but just knowing that like my body is nurturing my child and providing the nutrients that they need, for me is just unmatched. And then also breastfeeding is so dope where if you tandem feed, meaning feeding 2 babies at different ages. So for instance, not my 4-year-old, but if I had like a 2-year-old and then like a newborn on my breast, the milk one breast will be everything that 2-year-old needs for like the vitamins and everything. And then the other breast will be best for the newborn. So it's just like amazing. And then the fact that it's whenever you need it. You just whip it out. It's there. It's so crazy. For instance, 2 days ago, I was giving Cybear oatmeal for the first time, and it was like, I need breast milk, but I didn't pump, and my husband was like, just squeeze some out. And I'm just like, good. You thinking. So just, it being available and flexible. For me personally, I enjoy breastfeeding. But also breastfeeding is celebrating those out there who exclusively pump as well. I know goodness, I pumped a little bit and it's a struggle, but I know women who pump faithfully every 2 hours to give baby the milk that they need. And kudos to you, mommy. So today's video is all about us and encouraging. And then even if you have never breastfed before, or you're scared about it, or not sure exactly what and how, this video hopefully is helpful for you. So the first thing I would say is to do your research. There are so many ways to breastfeed. If you do have like inverted nipples or regular like inverted nipples, they're like our breast nipple shields. I think it's called breast shields or nipple shields that you can put on your breast to help baby get milk out that way. There are so many different positions that you can breastfeed baby in. For me, the most comfortable one is like just across the lap, but there's like the foot, can you even see? Like football way, where you would like hold the baby this way. Like there's just so many different positions, and I'll go ahead and insert like a chart on the screen. So you have to be able to find your comfortability and just do your research. Like when baby is first born, your milk, it's colostrum. So it's like the pre-milk, and it's like thick, and it's made perfectly for baby. And then at about day 3, your milk comes in, and then you become engorged, and that's a whole nother beast. So just do your research. Also, the next thing to do would be stay consistent when you do decide to breastfeed, because the more baby nurses or the more you pump, the more the milk's gonna come. So as it comes out, it comes back in. So it's staying consistent, and even through, you know, the pain, because when I first said that I was gonna breastfeed, I got a lot of naysayers. And if you guys don't follow me on Instagram, I'll go ahead and leave my social media handle. A lot of people were, some people were just like, oh, okay. But then there were some who were like, watch, it's gonna hurt so bad you're gonna stop. I only did it for, you know, a week or something like that. And studies do show that Black women are likely to only breastfeed for like 6.5 weeks max, which I'm hoping to, you know, change that study or that statistic, because you know, videos like this letting people know it does hurt the first like week or 2, but if you can just stay consistent, hold on just a little while longer, trust it does go away. For me, in that research, I was talking about getting what is it called? I can't even think, it's up to my tongue. Nipple cream. It is your best friend. Being able to, because you know your nipples crack because, you know, all the sucking and the saliva, and it's sensitive. So it does hurt at first, but making sure that one, the baby has the correct latch. That is a huge deal, because you want to see this part, like yeah, that part of your the baby's face moving, because that's letting you know that baby is sucking on the soft palate, because you know the front of your mouth is your hard palate, and if baby latches there is not right, you want to make sure that baby's mouth is like open. So when your breast goes in, it's going to the back, and they're sucking like this, versus if they sucking on the tip of your nipple, ooh, girl, that's gonna hurt. So you want to stay consistent, but you want to make sure that you have a great latch. And know that, yeah, you may have a little bit of pain, and you may get engorged, like I was mentioning earlier. And basically engorgement is when your nipples, your breasts fill up and it's full of milk, and it becomes hard as a rock. So with that, which is another tip, is learning how to hand express, like hand pump. So it does seem like, duh, you just push it together, but there's actually like a method of, you know, hold on, break it down just a little bit. Sorry, there is a method, you know, like massaging your breast a certain way, making sure that your nipples are getting ready for that let down. And then you just want to, you can express into a cup. You could do it in the shower. For me, when I am engorged, if I don't want to pump it out, just squeezing out a little bit, like in the shower or like in the sink in the bathroom. Because when I first had both of my boys, but more recently to Sai, if I was engorged and there's a lot of milk just squirting out everywhere, he wouldn't nurse. So I had to make sure that I expressed some of the milk before, you know, he latched on. Oh, I think that was all my 3, 4, 5. Oh, and then the last thing I wanted to mention is to make sure that you guys ask for help. Like part of the research, there are lactation consultants at hospitals, as well as there's this website and organization called Latch. And basically it supports breastfeeding mommies. When I first had Tamir, the hospital that I had him at was, both of the hospitals actually that I had the boys at, was so breastfeeding friendly. They made sure that I had a lactation consultant come in. Get yourself a good boppy. If you don't know what a boppy looks like one of these, a good boppy. And, you know, they, with the boppy, helped me, you know, hold the baby, make sure that the latch was right, make sure that mommy was comfortable, because when you first start breastfeeding, and even just some babies in general, they feed for a long time. So you want to make sure that you're comfortable, because if you're, you know, like if you're slouched or, you know, whatever, if your posture isn't right while breastfeeding, it can hurt and it takes a long time. So you want to make sure, I think my baby wants to make sure that the baby is comfortable, and that you reach out to resources like a nurse, excuse me, a lactation consultant who will really help you, and specifically like your needs of how your breasts are, because all breasts are different. So, you know, we all come with different struggles. They do, I know Corona's going on right now, but Zoom meetings, phone meetings at the hospital, use your resources, use the help, and ask. Don't feel like, you know, you're alone, because I think that's what causes a lot of mommies to kind of give up, because you feel like you don't have any help, it's too hard, and you can't do it. But I want to encourage you guys out there. I know this Mommy Motivation Week is a little bit different, but I did want to celebrate all the women out there for World Breastfeeding Week. And then towards the end of the month, there's Black Mommy, or Black Women Feeding Week, something like that basically. And we're going to talk about breastfeeding as a Black mommy as well, because you know, the stigma that comes along with it and everything. So we'll talk about that week 3 of August. So yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys have any other helpful tips that maybe I didn't mention to stay motivated during your breastfeeding journey, then make sure that you guys leave it down below, and I will catch you guys on the next video. Peace.